This is The Warning. Let's talk about Kristi Noem. I'm going to toss the ball on this one to Megyn Kelly, who obviously, she and I don't see eye to eye on politics, on MAGA, and on Trump. Yet, from Megyn Kelly, occasionally there is truth, there is honesty, and she calls it like she sees it. And there needs to be more of that in America. And when somebody that I disagree with does it, I'm going to praise it because I hope to see more of it. And one of the things that I talk about a great deal that is essential in this moment for Democrats to embrace is that they must be the honest party. And what they did in 2024 turned them into a party viewed as so dishonest, they lost an election to Donald Trump.
Stop trying to glamorize the mission and put yourself in the middle of it as you cosplay ICE agent, which you're not. I can't stand these photo ops, you guys. I think they diminish ICE. They diminish DHS, CPB. She's not an agent. She is an administrative policy person appointed by Trump because she was very loyal to him. Fine. But stop with the glam. I mean, she looks like I look right now, but she's out in the field with her gun being like, we're going to go kick some ass. No one wants you there.
Kristi Noem is traveling the country with her married boyfriend, Corey Lewandowski, who's being paid with your tax dollars as a special government employee. Let me just throw up some of the headlines about Corey Lewandowski's antics. Do you remember him? This guy from television, a Trump sycophant of the highest degree. Now, I don't really care what Corey Lewandowski and Kristi Noem do behind the hotel room door if their spouses don't care. But unlike Corey Lewandowski, who has no responsibilities in this world, saving apparently pleasing Kristi Noem does actually have a job that carries responsibility. I'm 54 years old. I was 30 years old on September 11th, 2001, watching the news one morning, Tuesday, a brilliant blue sky day when commercial airliners were flown into the Twin Towers and America went to war for 20 years. This woman is responsible for the security of the American homeland, which is under constant threat, whether there be a Republican or a Democratic president. And I don't say this lightly, but she is clearly, obviously, mentally ill. We have seen an explosion of narcissism in America, where people have become addicted to the like, to the feedback, to the dopamine hit like crack addicts. And Kristi Noem is one of them. Look at me, 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 look at me. Kristi Noem driving a boat. Kristi Noem flying a plane. Kristi rides a pony. Kristi points a gun at the head of a federal agent. Kristi Noem, truly, is an avatar of stupidity, of vapidity that eclipses by orders of magnitude anything that Sarah Palin ever did. Let's watch Sarah Palin do a news conference with a guy throwing turkeys into the shredder behind her.
We had prepared then, reined in the growth of government then, and we will now, that comes into play at this point, where those savings that we had set aside, forward funding, anticipating a drop in oil, accounting for that, all of that comes into play now at $50 barrel oil.
So why was today so important for you? Look at this guy.
Oh, well, this was neat. I was happy to get to be invited to participate in this, and you know, it for one, I need a little bit of levity in this job, especially with so much that has gone on in the last couple of months that has been so political, obviously, that it's nice to get out and do something to promote a local business and to just participate in something that isn't so heavy-handed politics that it invites criticism. Certainly we'll probably invite criticism for even doing this too, but at least this was fun.
I mean, she's crazy, but not as crazy as Kristi Noem. Donald Trump has filled a cabinet that defies description, with English words at least. Howard Lutnick, Pete Hegseth, all of these people, and they are running wild, unrestrained. Nobody tells her no. And this sick, cruel, dead-eyed person with our tax dollars flies to an El Salvadoran gulag while banging Corey Lewandowski, wearing a $50,000 Rolex, when we have a father of a Maryland autistic kid who was swept up, absent due process, shoved into a van, put in chains, and deposited into this gulag? There are no words. None. This was a job held by serious people, people dedicated to protecting the country in the past. There is massive responsibility, massive accountability. Should this idiot remain in this job when dozens, hundreds, thousands, 20,000 Americans are killed by some attack that could have been prevented, but wasn't, because of the incompetence, the stupidity, the imbecility, the super galactic vileness and derelictions of these people, around which, as I say again, truly, there are no words that precisely are able to capture the depth of their accumulated and intertwined repugnancies. Their awfulness compounds on each other's, and together they comprise a threat to this country that's beyond measurement. It's been cheered for. It's been celebrated. And this past week demonstrates that everywhere at once, all at once, the accumulation of threats and promises of retribution, all of it, now, in this moment, has fully arrived. Megyn Kelly was right. Kristi Noem won't change that. So she should just resign. Maybe Donald Trump thinks she's hot, like Corey Lewandowski. He does have bad taste. Here's the thing. There's an old Turkish proverb. It says that when a clown goes to the castle, he does not become a sultan. The castle becomes a circus. And Donald Trump has composed and comprised his cabinet of clowns and has started his deadly circus. This is The Warning. I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Warning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack. Thank you.